Hello, everyone. Today, I'm sharing with you how to judge whether a store's design is professional. This seems like a subjective question, but it actually has very clear standards. Many people would say professionalism is subjective, aesthetics vary. However, in the real e-commerce environment, professionalism isn't about aesthetics, but rather whether it reduces the user's decision-making cost. Below, I won't discuss design techniques or visual styles, but rather, I'll start with user behavior and operational results to give you a truly measurable and comparable set of professional standards. First, the conclusion. Professional store design must save users effort. This is the core of judging anything professional. Unprofessional pages often share one thing in common. Users need to think, search, and judge for themselves. Professional store design, on the other hand, gives users the feeling, I don't need to think, I know what to do. Effortlessness is the first signal of professionalism. 2. The ability to understand the main selling point at first glance is the most basic professional threshold. You can do a very simple test. Open a store's homepage, take a 3-second look. Can you say, what does it mainly sell? What is its main selling point? If needed, look at several screens, compare repeatedly, summarize yourself. Then this design has already lost points in terms of professionalism. The first requirement of professional design: don't create a burden of understanding at first glance. Third, professional design must have a clear hierarchy. Unprofessional pages often exhibit the following characteristics. Everything is important. Everything is vying for attention. The result is, the key points are overwhelmed. Users don't know where to start. Professional design will always achieve. The main selling point is very clear. Supporting content takes a step back. There is a clear hierarchy in visuals and placement. When the page knows who speaks first, professionalism naturally emerges. IV. Structural smoothness is far more important than aesthetics. This is where many people make a mistake in judgment. Some pages, the design is exquisite and the style is good, but browsing them feels like they jump from one point to another. The logic is disjointed. Such pages, no matter how beautiful, can hardly be considered professional. Professional design, in essence, is about managing the order of information. V. Professional design must be calm, unhurried, and uninterrupted. This is a very clear signal. If a page repeatedly features promotions, uses a lot of emotional expression, and constantly urges the user's subconscious judgment is often, this store seems a bit unstable. A professional store, on the other hand, usually gives the feeling of a stable pace, restrained expression, not daunting if you take your time browsing. Composure is itself part of professionalism. 6. A professional shop always maintains consistent details. Quickly scan these areas. Is the font consistent? Is the color scheme stable? Are the image styles consistent? If you see mixed fonts, contrasting colors, a patchwork style, then no matter how good the content is, the sense of professionalism will be significantly lowered. Consistency is the easiest to overlook, yet the most direct signal of professionalism. 7. Professional shop design always answers questions in advance, not waits for users to ask. Think about it. Can you find the answers to the most frequently asked questions on the page? If a large number of basic questions, specifications, differences, rules, guarantees require repeated explanations from customer service, then the shop design itself definitely has obvious unprofessional aspects. A professional page proactively reduces the burden on customer service. Fate. The worst thing for a professional image: frequent redesigns. Many sellers don't realize this. If a store makes major changes frequently, its style jumps around constantly, its structure is frequently overturned, users will subconsciously form the judgment, This store seems to be constantly experimenting, and constant experimentation, in the eyes of users, equates to immaturity. Professionalism comes from long-term stability, not constant innovation. 9. A very practical, layman's judgment method. If you are not a designer or a seller, you can also use this method to judge professionalism. Show this page to someone who knows absolutely nothing about your product and ask them, after looking at this, do you know how to buy it? If they can answer quickly, the design is likely professional. A very practical piece of advice for sellers. Don't judge the professionalism of a design by how it looks. You should ask these questions instead. Is it easier for users? Is the decision-making path shorter? Is customer service easier? Is the page more stable? If the answers to these questions are yes, then your store's design is definitely becoming more professional. In short, to judge whether a store's design is professional, don't look at how flashy it is, but whether it helps users avoid unnecessary detours. When your page achieves the following, instantly understandable, follows the flow smoothly. Uninterrupted. Unhurried. Professionalism is often established unconsciously.